Hello. How loud is the music? It's okay. It's okay. Maybe go there. Hello. Welcome back. It's Monday. Hope everyone's had a good weekend. Wait, it is Monday. It is Monday. I'm losing track. I'm losing track. But we are back. We're doing more work on this little cozy game. And I want to try and wrap a bunch of stuff up today because I wanted to have the prototype of this game done, obviously at the end of last week, to stick onto Patreon. But save systems kind of got in my way. So I'm going to finish the save system today because I've done some reading and I think I know how to actually get something going here. And it's not quite as clean as I want it to be, but I have a plan and I'm going to explain it in a minute. But then after that, we'll maybe just add in a bunch of other items. I think it would be cool if you guys have some ideas, if we can just throw some stuff into the game. Let's really do something fun today, and get some like basic UI working for the stuff, and we should be good. Tony, hello. I've had a wonderful weekend, thank you. Very busy, but very good because my living room is now finished. We've painted the walls. We have a nice new TV unit that we built from IKEA units, and it came out amazing. Everything is great, and it's been chill. I hope you had a good weekend too. Oh, Bionicle's back on the Jesus account. Nice, nice. Gotta love it, gotta love it. Okay, right. Let me explain what the plan is with the save system. So, I've massively over-engineered it, I think, is mainly the problem that we've got. So what I want to be able to have is we're trying to save this game data class. And I've been doing a read-through of supported data types in the data contract serializer, which is what we're using, obviously. And we've got publicly visible types with constructors that don't have parameters are serializable. That's fine. Data contract types, i.e. anything that's been given the data contract attribute, this thing, they can be serialized. And yeah, we should be able to serialize, like sub-serialize those, as long as everything else within the class to be serialized is also a data contract. The problem with why this isn't working, why it's not serializing our world object data, is because we're not telling the serializer that it can serialize world object data. So if we go down here a little bit, the basic requirement for specifying the root type of a serializer is to just say, you know, new data contract serializer, and specify the type of person or whatever the class is that you want to serialize. So in this example, they've created a data contract serializer which serializes the type of person. Therefore, you wouldn't be able to use it for serializing or deserializing the purchase order. The thing you can do to get around that is specifying known types, which is basically just giving it more types that it can serialize and deserialize. So again, example they've given here, you've got a library patron even, which has a list or an array of library items, also has the data contract thing, and has some inheritance going on, some polymorphism, where you've got this book and this newspaper, which are also data contracts, and inherit from the library item class. So if we want to be able to serialize and deserialize a library patron with their list of library items, in our data contract serializer, we actually have to specify those types as well. So in here we've specified, or the example specifies a type of book, type of newspaper, and then passes those in as an array of known types which we can use within our serializer. So with all of that said, yeah, the save system was going to be there was going to be a triplet, you know what I'm trying to say, the word that you've put, trilogy. Oh, also, yeah, fully missed a trick there. If I had done the Easter live stream and have it on the Jesus account, that would have been quite funny. Anyway, so what we need to do is probably in our save manager, rather than just having it like be straight up a save manager, I think I'm going to add a private static. I mean, it could probably be, is it an array of types that we can use here? Yeah, private static type array, like so, using system, and this is going to be our serializable types, s_serializable types, and it's going to be a new type array into which we will place all of our types. So I'm going to have a type of, come on, type of, and then something is going to go in here. We don't know what yet because I haven't decided, but then at least we can go into this and pass in our additional known, or not known types, but we want to set known types equal to s_serializable types : there we go. So now our data shop theoretically should be able to serialize anything that we specify in here. So we can actually probably put like world object data. We definitely want to be able to serialize our serializable GUID, which I think I labeled as a data contract. I did. I imagine we can remove this serializable attribute because it's kind of implied. And we're serializing all of the parts, that's fine. And yeah, then game data, we have our data member. I can probably change this back to a list of world objects again, because our world object is now doing everything it needs to do. And then savable data, we also need that, but we're going to change that in a minute. I just want to test my hypothesis. So in the save manager again, let's add type of savable data. You're going to complain, aren't you? Yeah, read only. Cool. And then let's go ahead and delete the old save data that we had because we don't want to have it. We don't want to have it anymore. Bear with me. Application support, default company, and we'll update that as well, so it's not default company, but is actually Shubadog Studios, and this is Little Cozy Farm game. There it is. Saves. Flower shop. Let's delete that. And then let's hit play and everybody cross everything because, oh, what error have we got here? Oh, prefab ID is null. How is prefab ID null? Prefab ID should not be null. Anyway, let me do that and open up the save. Oh darn. Yeah, we've still got nada going on in here, which is a shame because that means my hypothesis likely is incorrect. Hypothesis. Also, there's a thing that I can do to make my XML serializer serialize this data in like a nice human readable format instead of as one line, but I can't for the life of me remember what it is. Okay, hold that thought. Hold that thought. I think what I probably want to do is, I mean, yeah, I definitely still want this list of world object data. That's a necessity. I wonder if... I wonder if there's something... Did I did lazy instantiate this and think I probably don't want to be actually, do I? Hold that thought. Let me get rid of that. Get rid of this. Making a data service. That's fine. File data service. And that's doing all of my gubbins, so that's fine. This is where I want to make it so that, okay, let's do data contract serializer, serialize in pretty format. There we go. So I can pass in some settings. Whoops. So back over here, when we make the writer, we're setting that to a new file stream. Maybe I don't want to use a file stream, and instead I want to use an XML writer. Let's do that. Whoops. Bang, and we need a stream for the output. Wait. File stream. Let's rename this to write stream. Equals that, and then we'll say var writer equals XML writer.create, and we want to pass in the stream and some new options or new settings. So in here, what option we can have? Indent equals true. I think we can have new line handling. That's fine. Output method. Oh, I wonder what options we have for that actually. Nice, nice. I mean, we're going to do XML. Am I not allowed to set that? No, it's get only. Cool. All right, fine. We'll just do indent. And then for actually writing with that XML writer, I wonder serializer equals our data contract serializer, settings equals this, and then using writer, do serializer.write object writer mark. Do I have to specify using? I wonder. Nope. Oh, it's because I've spelt it wrong. Duh. Writer. There we go. Cool. And I probably want to create an XML reader. Oh no, create text reader is the only option. Beautiful. All right. Okay, that's all fine. So let me just test to see if that's actually writing stuff out in a nice format now. It does concern me that we have no value for our some of our things. That's very weird. There we go, look at that. So this is our old one, we don't care about that, but now we have some nice indentation going on for our new XML object. Cool. have some tea. Hit myself in the face. Okay, right. So show you what my game is about. Sure thing. Let's press play. We are about a week in of doing these streams. The general premise of the game is you are running a little botanical flower shop, and you can plant seeds, like so, get water from a water source, use said water to water said plants, and then harvest the plants and sell them for money. Boom. The idea being it's kind of clicker-esque, and obviously as you earn more money you'll be able to buy things like hydroponic pots, irrigators, seed planters, etc, etc, that will automate a lot of the processes. But then one of the main two features that I want to implement in it going longer term are social trading, being able to send flowers between different users, either through Steam Marketplace or through some other networked means, and then also procedural cross-pollination of the plants that you've got, so that you can kind of grow your own little garden and decorate it the way you want. There's no goal as such, there's no way to win, no way to lose, it's just a cozy little experience, because that's what I feel like I want to be able to play with at the moment. And Prime, hello, hello. Nice to see you back. I am doing good, and I hope you are well also. Right, let's see if we can figure out why our data is not serializing, and I think probably an aspect of it is going to be... Hold on a minute. Savable data, that's fine. What does savable data have? That's savable prefab. I don't want savable prefab. I want savable data. There we go. You know what? I'm going to delete this for now. I don't care for savable data, and my world object data, I'm also not going to care for that. I just want to get this prefab ID, and I'm going to delete my I-Savable interface as well. We're going to come back. We're going to come back to that. So we don't need to serialize savable data. We just need to serialize that and this. We have our known types in our data service. So that's all good. I need to make sure that my savable prefab is doing some like default setting of this value, and I think there is a way that I was handling that in Tilelands, which I'm gonna check. As far as how much this game is gonna cost, I'm not sure, honestly. It will probably be somewhere in the region of like $5 to $10 in line with other games of this style in this genre. It'll kind of depend how much content goes into it. I imagine the 1 month deadline will be purely for like the minimum viable product, so it will be looking polished and playable, and then there'll still be like stretch goals that I can add on top of that, like things like fancy cross-pollination, lots of new decorations, DLCs, mod support. There's loads of stuff that I want to put into it, which ultimately will make it more high value, but we will see. We will see. $50, could you imagine? It's absolutely outrageous. Right, bear with me. I'm just browsing through my Tilelands files. Let's pull this up here, actually. So, grid system. I think in my building data, there's going to be something on here that just sets it to a new Building ID. Yeah, that's fine. So the building ID equals new, and then there's a button to assign a new. Nice. I'm gonna just nab that. Yoink. And we're gonna stick this in here. You're gonna be ID. And then I'm gonna rename that to prefab ID. That's going to change a whole bunch of different places. But that's fine. That's fine. That's kind of what I want. And then let us go back through and get rid of these errors first. No I-Savable anymore. And savable data we also don't care for. But we are going to come back to that kind of thing in a minute. As soon as I verify that this is going to work properly. I still want some... Oh, no I don't. No I don't. I don't need that. And I also don't need this. Cool, okay. Going back to where we were, so now our save manager knows that it wants to serialize world object data and serializable GUID. We're passing that through in our known types, which as per the documentation that we've read over here, we construct a data contract serializer with a base type of game data, in our case, and a list of known types. Which we have defined up here, world object data, serializable GUID. That's all fine. I wonder what is the known type attribute. Following example shows a type named person and a type named ID information that should be recognized when serializing or deserializing the person on type. That's fine. Oh, so we can specify known type on the top of the class. And that then makes it... That makes it serializable within, or well, it makes it serializable within the serializer for this type. So theoretically, rather than putting this in here, I could go onto this one, add a known type of serializable GUID, like that, and then similarly go onto the game data and add a known type for type of world object data, and that then theoretically does the exact same thing as passing in a list of known types. Yeah, I think we should be alright there. Cool. Let's go ahead and once more pop open our save data. Make sure there's nothing there. Good. Let's go onto all of our objects and make sure that we've definitely got GUIDs assigned. Which, you know, thinking about it, I feel like something a little odd is going on here where... Oh, I've hidden them in the inspector, that's why. Let's maybe not hide the parts in the inspector. Nope, still hidden. Do I need to... I shouldn't need to serialize the field, should I? Because it's public. Yeah, that hasn't made a difference. That's interesting. Oh, of course, I've removed the serializable from it. Unity won't serialize it if it's not serializable. There we go. Now we can see the IDs on things. Lovely, 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 lovely. Okay, so if I hit play, shouldn't get any errors. Everything should spawn in. We should still be able to do stuff as normal. Good, no errors, no save data, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. We can move all our stuff around and bloop, bloop, bloop. If I stop, it's going to throw an error because it's going to delete the save system. It's going to delete the save manager. And then it's going to create a new instance of the save manager to be able to save the game data, which the instance of the game data exists on my game manager here. So let's press that button. Yep, that's fine, that's fine. We have a save file. Let's open it and see what it says. No, look at that. Still empty in the save data. It's very interesting. Very interesting. What could be the issue here is that our game... Oh, I bet you that's exactly what it is, actually. Is that our game manager is... not... because we're calling it in on destroy. The objects probably don't exist. That would be quite funny. Let's do a debug.log. And we'll do current data dot save data dot length count even no count. And see what we end up with, because this is going to be a tell of if I've been barking up the wrong tree this whole time, which now I'm thinking about it feels way more likely. And this is why we always check our data. Yep, cool, good, stop. Look at that, guys. It's been empty the whole time. That is fantastic. Like genuinely is fantastic. This is fine. This is actually pretty decent because it means that we don't have an issue of the save system not necessarily working. We just have an issue of us not saving the data properly. What I can probably do is do this in a different place. I wonder if there's like an on application quit. Yeah. Let's do it all in here rather than in on destroy, and I'm just going to check the Unity method execution order. Whoops. Function is called after all frame updates for the last frame of the object's existence. Brilliant. It does do on quit before on destroy. So everything should still exist, and that way we can save. This should be great. Press stop. Yes. Can we reload? They should all appear in the middle. You know, they didn't all appear in the middle. That's weird, but they did all appear. In fact, they might have appeared at their locations. That's exactly what they've done. That's exactly what they've done. That is amazing. We can save and load now. Oh! Honestly, the fact that the problem this whole time has just been that it was like trying to save the things at the wrong... Oh, honestly. But we have saving and loading. Just to prove that it's actually working, let's buy another seed and another rose seed. I can't afford another pot. Maybe let's just leave it like that. Stop the game. Press play. We should get 3 seeds spawn in. Sebastian, hello. Thank you very much. I'm feeling on top of the moon because I now have a functional save load system. Oh, that is actually fantastic. And if I just pop open, let's have a look at what this save file looks like as well. Here we go. We've got all our objects in here. Get in. Right. So the next step is then being able to have everything save and load its data. And that's where it starts getting a little more kind of troubling. So I had a plan for this, and my plan was that we have an interface, something like I-Savable, which defines methods for rewriting data, or defines a method for rewriting serialized data onto a thing. So we're basically going to end up with two classes in our save system. We are going to have a data contract, public abstract class, savable data, and that's fine. This is going to be like our basic thing for anything that's got data in it that we want to save is going to inherit from this class. And then we also want to have a public interface, again, I-Savable, and this is going to have some... Now the question is, do I want to specify the field? I mean, I guess we can have it be generic and say where T is savable data, and then we can have a public T get public T data, which is get private set, and we'll have a public void restore state, and this is going to take a T data. You need to be protected, not private. Protected. There we go. Cool. And now we're kind of in line with what we were looking at before. I have a hunch that we're probably... I mean, we might be okay. We might be okay. We might be okay. So, the way this relationship is going to work, savable data is what actually gets written into the XML file, or the save file on disk. I-Savable is going to be an interface that we apply to a mono behavior, which then gives it the capacity for converting between this XML data, the saved data, and its physical object state. So this will hold things like position, maybe like the current growth state of a flower in the case of a flower pot, all these kinds of things, they're all going to end up in this savable data class. And it may well be the case that we can have other savable datas inside a savable data. So like for the flower pot, for example, I might want savable data on the flower pot for its position, but then I might also want another savable data inside that savable data for the dirt patch itself. So we could end up with some nice little potentially kind of messy trees going on, but you know what, we can start this off with just some positional data. Either way, we don't need to specify savable data as a known type necessarily, I don't think. Or actually, maybe we do. We probably want to have a public savable data. Oh, can I not do that? Okay, alright. Heard. Savable data, and this is going to be object data again. I don't need to make you a property, you can just be that. You also need to be a data member. Cool. And actually, you know what, I think I don't want to say what the known types are here, because we would rather specify them in our serializable types up here. Cool. So let's just go ahead and make a let's go on to the bucket real quick. I'm going to make it savable. I'm going to have the type be position data. Which let's go ahead and just make this down here real quick. Data contract, public class, position data. And this is going to have, quite simply, a data member. I wonder if I can serialize a vector 3. Let's try it. Probably not. You know, maybe we actually call this transform. No. Position data is fine. Position data. That is fine. So then, for our implementation of this, we will... Am I missing something? There we go. Position data... Data does all this stuff. I think I need you to be public, don't I? There we go. But you don't need to be public. Bucket does not implement interface member. Cannot implicitly implement a non-public member. What? That's fine. I want to make it protected. But if I make it oh, wait, can I make it public? Can I just specify public on the set? No, I can't. Can I make it private? Yay! No. No. Bun it. let's just go back into our savable interface and have it be just get, actually. I don't want it to be set. Because because then it's got to return something. So what we'll actually do is also have a private position data, and then this can return data like so. Cool. So then on awake we can say data equals new, but in restore state we're going to say data equals data, and then transform dot position, not parent, position equals data.position. And I think we also probably need to have a public void public savable data, or public T capture state, which back on our bucket we'll go ahead, public position data capture state, and that's just going to return data. Actually, let's do this proper. We're going to say data dot position equals transform dot position, and then return data. Cool. So then on our game manager, yeah, here's where I then get a little bit stuck again, because I now need to think about when I'm saving, I can't just bust a load of stuff into an array as such, because I now also need to fill out this this thing. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think I do need to have the data at all. I can just make a new instance and return it, because I'm not binding, am I? Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. So on that note, let's go back to our interface again, get rid of this. We can just have it capture a state and restore a state, and then get rid of both of these, and rather than setting it equal to anything, let's just do this on one line because it's nice and easy. And this one, we can do the same kind of thing. Let's do new position data, position equals transform dot position. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, right. So in my game manager, when I do the I mean, when I do the loading is going to be potentially a little bit nicer, because I will want to not iterate over that. I will want to say new object equals that if new object dot try get component out I-Savable savable data, then we're gonna say data not savable data, savable object. We're gonna say savable object dot restore state and pass in new object dot data, which we then need to, I don't mean new object, do I? I mean world object dot object data. There we go. Cool, so that will load stuff back in, theoretically. What we do need to do is, in our save manager, I want to make sure I go back in here and add our position data type of position data. Whoops. And then saving. Actually, yeah, saving is going to be pretty straightforward. We'll just say on application quit, savable prefabs equals all of this. Current save data equals that. For each one, we'll say if prefab dot, I'm going to rename this savable objects. And this is going to be object, the savable object, singular. If savable object dot try get component out I-Savable savable data, and this is going to be where it could get kind of sketchy. Oh, actually, we don't even need to do that. We can just say, hold that thought. Let's move this up. And then if we find it, we can say, okay, right, I'm getting there. Cloudy Gaming, thank you so much. I'm glad you dig the vibes, because cozy is the vibe that I'm shooting for. It definitely is, yeah, I like cozy. I like me a good bit of cozy time. Right, let's make a var new data equals new world object data. And actually we can say prefab ID equals savable object dot prefab ID. No semicolon there, just a semicolon there. Thought I could hear my cat, but I can't. And then if we do get some data, we can say new data dot object data equals data. Data dot capture state. There we go. And then we can say current data dot save data dot add new data. Perfect. So now, theoretically, our bucket should be saving its position. And the idea then is that we should only ever have one mono behavior that implements I-Savable on any given object, because otherwise we're going to end up with some sticky points. If I hit play now, am I going to get an error because there's no position data? I think I might. Let's try it, see what happens. Because we have save data. No errors, that's cool. So I'm going to move this bucket over here. And I'm going to stop. Let's open up the flower shop. Save data. Everything. Nothing has any object data. I think it's probably going to be because it doesn't work with inheritance, does it? Does try get component work with generic inheritance. I don't think this thread is going to be helpful. Create all tile map. Component T. No, that's not what I want. I want to be able to reference this by the base class, so this function will work regardless of what ends up inheriting it. Yeah. That's probably a good shout, sticking the breakpoint on there. Probably a very good shout indeed. Yeah, you know what? Go on then. Let's, real quick, I'm going to move this one up and just debug.log new data. New data dot object data. In fact, I don't even need to do that. I can just put this in here and then log out the object data. Keep our save data open for the time being. And it's not because I don't know how to use breakpoints, I'm just being lazy and I don't want to enable the debugger. Even though it's probably less effort. Yeah, it's not getting the component. We're not getting anything logged out. But I imagine if I change this to position data and hit play again, we're going to end up with it returning, or well, pulling the value at least. Yeah, there it is. And what's bets that if I now go and reload this file, it's going to have... Yeah, there we go. Cool. So, I mean, you know, we're saving data. The problem is that we can't use... we can't use generics in here. I feel like this was a problem that I ran into, actually. Because I was trying to do it before. In fact, it may well have been the exact thing I was trying to do when I was making the save system for Tilelands, and I ran into this problem and I was like, oh wait, this doesn't work. I mean, I could do something really janky and use inheritance instead, but I really don't want to do that. I'd really rather not. I'd really prefer to use an interface. Okay, can I use... Oh wait, maybe I can... No, that won't work. Hello, hello. Welcome to stream. I'm thinking real hard right now about what the solution is for this. That isn't just switching, because here's the thing. What I could do is, rather than using an interface, if I had like a public abstract class savable object like that, and then we have some public savable data, which is a get, like that. We could then just override this. This would need to mono behavior. We could inherit from this and just have our custom types. Oh no, that won't work, because then I still can't specify the custom type on restore and capture state, which is a pain. Oh, someone coming in chat. The current situation is that we are trying to get the... Well, I'm trying to make the saving and loading generic still, and we're like half of the way there. The problem is Unity, because I want to do a try get component for an interface that is generic, and you can't... if you're using a generic interface and you pass in an abstract type, it doesn't seem to acknowledge children, or acknowledge implementations of the interface that inherit from that type. I wonder, can I do something like stupid where I can like just have a list of types in here? Can I specify list of types, specify list of types in generic? I don't think it's possible. Just started to learn JSON save system and you hate it. Fair. To be honest, like, the hardest part of the save system isn't the actual like writing or reading data, it's getting the right data that you want to read and write. Because at the moment, like, we've got data writing to disk, we've got an example of a save file here. We're using XML rather than JSON, because the data contract serializer is kind of nice. It's pretty safe, and I think there's a way that we can, just using that class, encrypt this with binary, which is nice, but it's saving the position for a world object. So, you know, it's all really quite nice. Problem is, again, Unity, I can't do get component for I-Savable using my generic or my abstract parent class, which is this savable data, because we don't have an instance of I-Savable which implements savable data. We have an instance of I-Savable which implements position data. Even though position data is savable data, it's not explicitly savable data, so it's not having it. And I don't really know how to get around that. Let me move this out the way so that the chat shows up. Okay, right. Let me think. Bamboo Mapper, hello. Welcome. Get component with abstract interface Unity. Did I ask ChatB? Oh my gosh, you know, that's actually a really good shout. That's actually a pretty good shout. If I can't find something on here, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT, because that is actually a really good shout. Right, let's have a look. If an object has a component with a base class generic T, calling get component base class generic T will not return that component. Generic argument seems to throw it off. As a base class without using generics will correctly return the derived class, blah 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 blah. Does anyone know a solid workaround for this? The use of generic argument, yep. Here's a rough sketch. Base class I'd like to be able to fetch is this one. I think, yeah, this person says you can't do what you want because Unity doesn't accept components which are generic classes. I.e., if you have my generic class T, you will not be able to add it as a component unless you specify T. That's not the problem I've got. That ain't the problem I've got. This also doesn't answer the question of if I want to call get component. Oh, so annoying. Savable object, try component out, I-Savable position data. It's gonna have to be this. I'm gonna have to somehow encapsulate that, but I need it to be generic, or at least be because I don't think I can cast downwards. Like, I can't cast savable data into position data because savable data isn't position data. Position data is savable data, but not vice versa necessarily. So there's no no casting downwards unless no, of course I can't, of course I can't. What is the dynamic type? What is that? Oh my gosh, can't spell type. Boo. It's a static type, but an object of type dynamic bypasses static type checking. In most cases, it functions like it has type object. That's not gonna fly for this, because it's the same kind of problem as with well, with what we're running into now, in that I need to be able to write data back to the objects. So if I'm using some generic high level object that is, for all intents and purposes, an object, like it's a slippery slope. You could run to very weird potential casting errors if I'm not careful. Because I imagine if, like with this example here, if I tried to set string stir to D1, syntactically that's legal because it's just an object, but at runtime it would be like, no, you can't do that, which I guess is fine. It's just, again, I'd need to be really careful about how I'm doing data, and I don't feel the most comfortable about it. I think let me try something out here. Let me try something out. Let's just remove all of this gubbins and we'll have it just be savable data. And then over in our game manager, we don't need it to do any of this. We can just do that. And then on our bucket, this isn't going to be a thing anymore. That's going to have to be savable data. What's the... What is the thing that allows me to do parsing? Interface for type conversion C#. I want to see if I can do a check though. Like I want to do a I want to write something similar to like int.parse. I want to do savable data.parse or something like that, or position data.parse, and then pass in some savable data, which if it then doesn't convert, it'll spit out a thing. Because I could say like var position data equals data as position data, but it won't let me do that, I don't think. Oh, maybe it will. Okay. You know what? Oh, you're a genius. You are a genius. If data is not equal to position data, well, no, is not position data. Debug.log error. Attempted to load non-positional data into a position data object. This is not legal. Legal. And then we can return, because ultimately it's like, it's not a problem if the data doesn't load, I guess. But it's not the best, because we can still then return. Okay. This might do it. This may well do it. Why are you complaining? Because I'm not returning savable data. New position data. There we go. Oh my gosh, you might have actually just shaved me? Saved me. Don't shave me, please. You might have actually just saved me. Let's give it a whirl, shall we? I am going to delete my old save data. And I'm going to hit play. And we should have no data, so everything should spawn in default positions. And I'm going to move the bucket down into the bottom right corner of the screen. Le boucher. Down here. We stop. Everything saved. We play. Let's go! Let's go! Oh, right. Yayap, big shout out to you, my friend. You have just saved me so much time. And everything is good in here. It has actually saved it as position data in the XML as well. That's phenomenal. Oh, you're a Don. Great. Great, and now we can continue to work with interfaces. I don't have to have some weird, wacky stuff going on. Oh, amazing, 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 amazing. Okay, so what I would like to do then, rather than having just position data, I would like any given object to have its own like data. So I would have something like bucket data, which to be fair would just have position data. But in the case of the flower pot, for example, like I was saying, let's ignore that. On the flower pot, we have a plant pot script. And I'm going to want this to have... Actually, yeah, the bucket. The bucket is going to need multiple sets of data. We need positional data and rotational data. Because it has a rotation controller. So actually, let's go ahead and set that up. I'm going to set it up on the plant pot first. Going to make a data contract. Public class plant pot data. Like so. And then this in itself is going to have a public position data. And it will also have a public rotation controller data. Rotation data. And let's go ahead and actually make that class. Where's my rotator? Rotator. I'll just open it from here. Rotatable object. Data contract. Public class rotation. What did I call it? Rotation object data. Rotation controller data. Savable data. Have a data member in here, which is going to be our current rotation. Yeah, that's fine. So public quaternion current rotation. So the thing is, I don't want this to be savable because I want to handle all of my saving and whatnot from in this parent class. So what might be what I might need to do is either separate the interfaces so that there's like I-Savable is anything that's got data on it, and then we have some interface for like parent save or something like that, because otherwise it's going to get confused. Unless I also give savable data some base. Yeah, bun it. Let's do that. Let's go on savable data, and we'll have a public virtual void get savable data, which for the time being just returns. Oh yeah, get data. Yeah, that's fine. He says. Oh, no. That's not what I want to do. That isn't what I want to do. Because I need to get the data from the parent object, not the data itself. I need to just grab an instance of this data. So I mean, you know, this is where Savable is going to be. Not a 1 month project, probably not, but I will do it anyway. It's my challenge. We've got, when did I start? I want to check actually, so I can figure out how much time I've got left. Thailand's gonna make a cozy game in a month. That was the 28th of March. So I have until the 28th of April to have this game be feature complete, or like, yeah, feature complete. Which, by my planning, means having the save system done. All the rest of the features are there. It should have these things as well, automating plant growth, which once the save system's in place, that's going to be straightforward enough, he says. So I'm hopeful. It's one of those types of games where technically there isn't actually that much to it. This save system is probably going to be the hardest part, at least until I get to cross-pollination. And then the rest is just adding content. Ah, dear. Right. Yeah, how am I going to get some data? Maybe I can have a... I don't like it very much, but I could probably do something like that. So I can have some, like, public abstract void, no, savable data, get data for type. And this can probably actually be, yeah, public abstract. Can I make it static? No. Wait. That then defeats what I want to do, doesn't it? Public static, get data for type T, data object. But then I can't just do the magical castings. Okay, alright, back to the drawing board on this. And this is where I'm now gonna be like bouncing back and forth. I mean, realistically, I probably just need to not be a dingus. I could make you public. Oh wait, no, I can just grab the transform.rotation and then I can have a public void set current rotation, which takes in a quaternion rotation. And actually, it doesn't even need a quaternion, it can just be a float set current Y rotation. And I can say, let's rename this, gonna make it public. And actually I probably want it to be target, don't I, not current, that we're doing this with. Just set Y rotation. We can say target Y rotation equals Y rotation, and current rotation Y equals Y rotation, and then all of this should be pretty straightforward because we're going to end up with the exact value that we need as soon as we load it. So then in my plant pot, we simply have a private rotation object, rotatable object, rotation controller. Rotation controller equals get component rotation controller. Rotatable object, there we go. Getting there, getting there. And then if I make this savable, when we capture state, we're going to return a new plant pot data with new position data. I need to make sure I do this right. Position data equals new position data, position controller position, and then rotation data equals new rotation controller data. Current Y rotation equals rotation controller dot target rotation Y. You should not be that. There we go. You notice that I tend to use the Unity documentation and read through it rather than using something like ChatGPT or just Googling the issue. Is there a reason for that? Yeah, I mean, documentation is well, generally speaking, documentation is the most useful tool you can have as a developer. Knowing how to Google stuff and using Stack Overflow and things is good as well. ChatGPT is decent, but still kind of unreliable with solving a lot of issues. And there's like a lot of occasions where I could be spending ages reading through, trying to find someone who's had like the exact same use case as me or a similar problem to me and has managed to solve it. A lot of the times I end up finding dead threads or a solution from ChatGPT that doesn't work. It's like halfway there, but not quite what I'm looking for. And so if I know what it is that I'm looking for, it's almost easier to just go to the documentation, read things through, and play with it until I figure it out. Because then I actually end up with exactly the kind of thing that I need, or the right kind of solution that I need for my use case, basically. That's about it. There is nothing wrong with using ChatGPT or anything else. Like, yeah, I do Google stuff. I Google stuff a lot. But generally speaking, when I Google stuff, it'll take me to documentation, especially when it gets really niche and specific. So if data is not plant pot data, I'm going to put to do because I'm feeling lazy. Throw an error. Come on. Otherwise, let's do transform dot position equals data dot oh wait, let's actually cast it first. Bar pot data equals data as plant pot data, and then transform dot position equals data dot position data. Pot data dot position and rotation controller dot target rotation. No. Set y rotation. Pot data dot rotation data dot current y rotation. Nice. So I am going to modify my pot real quick. Just so I can tell which way is forwards. Let's just create a sphere. Oh my gosh, brain. And let's go forwards. Just have that out there so we know which way is forwards. Yeah, I will have more stuff in that line eventually, so I'm leaving it because I'm gonna do some other stuff in here. I wanna. Oh wait, yeah. Good shout. Good shout indeed. I keep seeing reflections in my monitor and thinking it's my cat, but it's actually just a pigeon. Right, let's take a look at our plant pot here. Oh no! No prefab with ID. Serializable GUID could be fat. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, my save data is balked. We'll have to figure out what's going on there. It's something with the way that I'm creating my GUIDs, which I'll compare to Tilelands, because Tilelands is chilling. There we go. Pop, bang, bang. Stop. Oh, I haven't added it to the known types, have I? Third time's the charm. Amazing. Bang, bang. Amazing too. Play. Should be in the right position with the right rotation. Ten out of 10. Look at that. Get it. Ooh. I forgot that I had done that. Great. So that means we should now theoretically be able to cache or get plants cached in there. Although, I think realistically, rather than... I think I probably want to handle this differently. Because it will make my life a lot more simple. If I have... my savable prefab can be a savable thing, that then... Oh, it's gonna be kind of tricky. It's gonna be kind of tricky. Because I'm just thinking this tree of potential data that I'm going to be wanting to save on each object is going to get really, really deep. And likely not what I want. I think what I would rather do is actually just map hold on, my brain is ticking over. It's been a long weekend. Rather I'd ideally want to have a some ID on everything. So that instead of having to have a chain, I can just go through everything that is I-Savable and save that info. My brain is, it's not wanting to do the things. It's not wanting to do the things I say. Oh dear. Yeah, using non-persistent objects makes life a little bit more painful. Unless I make it the responsibility of the... like the prefab instance to snapshot all the state. Because then in my savable prefab, I could potentially have I could potentially have it just iterate over everything. Let me do an experiment here. So if I make another data contract object, something like that, world object data. Oh, public class world object data, which is going to be some savable data. Why are you screaming? Oh, world object data is already a thing, isn't it? Savable object data, savable data, and this is going to have a data contract, which has a public list of savable data, object data. And I think I'm coming full circle, aren't I? I am indeed. I am indeed coming full circle. I think what I can probably do is have my savable prefab be savable. And then this needs to spit back a list. Oh wait, no, it can spit back some world object data. Issue, oopsie daisy. I didn't mean to close the save manager. Issue that I've got here is I now have some like cyclic dependency. Okay, right. Let's backpedal a little bit for a second here. So, I want what do I want? What do I want? I ideally want to be able to iterate, to save. I want to iterate over everything in the scene that's labeled with I-Savable, capture its state, and stick it in the game data. Problem is, when I then go to recall that, I don't have a way of mapping stuff back to objects because it doesn't have an ID. The solution to this would be to create a class that assigns an ID to a world object. So perhaps I just do that. And that way my world object data can also have a data member, public serializable GUID object instance ID. Something like that. Yeah, that's probably going to be the best way to do it. And then anything that implements I-Savable. I wonder if I can have like a require component on an interface. I mean, in fairness, I probably don't even need this, because I could just write, I think I could write and read the instance ID from the object. Yeah, cool. Let me delete that class. And in my... I think I can still have it be a serializable GUID. And then in my game manager, when I'm doing the creation of the object, I think I can probably say new object dot instance. I can get the instance ID. Can I set the instance ID somehow? I probably don't want to be setting instance IDs, do I? Because that could also get messy. But we're just going to forcibly assign an instance ID to Savable prefab, I guess. Because then this can be savable. I think. Well, in fact, it doesn't even need to be savable. We could just say new object dot instance ID equals world object dot object instance ID. I think that's fine, and then all I need to do is yeah, what was the purpose? What was the purpose of that, Cuba? What are you doing? What was the purpose of that? What was I thinking? I was on a thought train. I feel like I was cooking, and then I don't know. Fires went out. Oven turned off. And now I'm not cooking anymore. I think it was so that I could assign an instance ID to any given component for the object that that maps to. I'm going down a rabbit hole of brain no worky no more. Yeah, I need to rewind. Don't want that. You're fine. Where's my save manager? Don't want an object ID or an instance ID in here anymore. I'm not worried about that. I have a single instance of object data on there. Ideally, I want this to be a list so that I can have the thing be responsible for saving all of its stuff. So I guess I grab a world object. That could be what I do. That could be what I do. I don't know how well it's going to work. If I do that, my game manager is going to start complaining, which is fine. Don't need that. What I would want to do is say object data equals new, and then for each var savable in not new data, savable object dot get components plural type of I-Savable. We say object data new data dot object data dot add savable dot capture state. So that's capturing state. Then we need to restore state. This could work. So I want to do it again for each var savable in new object dot get components I-Savable. We want to say savable dot restore state, and then we're going to pass in world object data, world object dot object data dot where D for data. D dot get type is and this is probably where I would want a data object so that I can force it to have data. Oh, I could do that. Oh, it feels horribly inefficient, but I'm going to do it because I'm being lazy and I can think of it better later. Where D dot get type is savable dot capture state dot get type dot first. That feels awful, but in my head it should work. No errors, good. Let's delete my save data here. And this will be the last thing we do. Okay. Stuff has spawned. I'm going to put my bucket over here in the top right. My pot down here in the bottom left. Going to rotate it. I stopped. We've got a thing. Everything is still saved correctly. Is everything going to load correctly? It did. No errors. That's good. So, on that note, let's make these individual things savable. So I'm going to say if up, no I'm not, new rotation controller data, whoops, come on, current Y rotation equals target rotation Y. And then here, if not, data is not rotation controller data, rotation data, turn, else, target rotation equals rotation data dot current rotation Y, current rotation equals rotation data dot current rotation y. That's fine. I think we can probably do the same with our position data. So my plant pot no longer needs this. And therefore no longer needs to be savable. Simplify that back down again. My bucket, I also don't want to be savable. I am instead going to move all of my position saving stuff onto the grabbable object. Where is the grabbable object? There it is. Let's do this. So when we capture state, I want to give back a new position data, which is position equals transform dot position, and then restore state if data is not position data turn. Otherwise, I think I can just say transform dot position. Yeah, transform dot position equals position data dot position. And then let's give this a shot. So I've deleted the save data again. Gonna hit play. And if this works, then we are 100% in with the save system, and adding new stuff is going to be quite straightforward. We've got some water spat out. I'm going to assume that's because I messed some things up. I'm going to move the marketplace up here. I'm going to rotate the pot, move it down here. I'm going to put the seed over here and the bucket up here. I'm going to stop. We get no errors. We have a save file. That's the old one. This is the new one. Oh, there's position data in there. There is position data in there. There is a rotation data in here. Okay, okay. Press play. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. That worked. The only thing that didn't work is our little market here, because we're not iterating on objects that already exist in the scene, only on objects that have been instantiated. But you know, I'm cool with that. I am cool with that. We can sort out existing objects a bit later on, but that brings us up to 2 hours, and I need to go to the shops and ideally go to sleep. So thank you very much everyone for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please subscribe. There's a Discord server where we do things. You can join that if you like. If you want to support the studio more, please check out our Patreon and buy me a coffee. Links if you want to give a one-off donation or support for less than what the Patreon would be. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks very much. See you later.